Oh wow, I didn't expect my last post to get so many reactions, and people wanting more. You guys do know this is real, right? I'm not making this stuff up. I keep seeing things like, wow. Very spooky story, Wendy's girl, you're such a great writer, and we demand more scary stories. This isn't a game, you stupid internet losers. Sitting there reading this, thinking I'm joking. I actually do work in a haunted Wendy's restaurant, and you all treat this like a movie. Or an episode of Goosebumps. My performance has dropped due to the stress, which, ironically, has gotten me permanently on the night shift now. Boss says he can't have an anxiety-ridden jumpy girl on first shift, creeping people out. You're probably thinking, well, Wendy's girl, why don't you find another job? Listen here you little brat, I live in the middle of nowhere and I have bills to pay. Where the hell else am I going to work? Best Buy? For one, they're weirdos, and point B, we don't even have a Best Buy around here. That's how in the middle of nowhere I am. So no. I'm stuck here for now. My only other option is a call center, and I hate talking on the phone. Ugh, anyway. I've seen so much weird stuff since the last time I posted here. No, the burger meat doesn't wiggle anymore. I'm still too scared to get near any chicken nuggets if I can help it. But I've still seen some weird things, like eyeballs floating around in the lemonade tanks, and then they make eye contact with me, blink, and sink back down. Or when you peek into the mirror in the bathroom and it looks like someone is standing behind you. Just, a lot of little small instances, nothing too major. Well, that is, until last week. It was a few hours before closing time, but I knew at that time of night it was very unlikely anyone else would come by. My coworker knew that too, which is why he ditched work early, leaving me alone. Aight Ves, I'm heading out. What? Derek, no. We still have a few more hours. Oh come on Ves. Out here in the middle of nowhere? This late? You know no one else is coming by tonight. Dude, Derek, that's not the point. You were scheduled to close with me, don't try to weasel your way out of this or I'm going to tell the manager. Derek snorted at this. Tell the manager? Listen, creepy girl, you know the manager is my uncle, right? I stared at him in disbelief. What? No, I didn't know that. I mean, that shouldn't really change anything anyway, but Derek cut me off, exactly. You don't pay attention to anything that goes on around here. Always staring off, like you're looking at things no one else can see. Besides, the manager, by which I mean, my uncle, said you have to close from now anyway as punishment for what happened to the frosty machine, right? Grr, I told you all. I didn't do anything. A hand came out of the wall, and shoved the frosty machine onto the floor. Derek stared at me like he wasn't sure if I was serious, like he thought maybe he needed to call someone to have me committed. And when everyone turned around, there was no hand, but just you sitting there, in the frosty. Why was that then? My face flushed red with both embarrassment and anger. I knew all my co-workers talked bad about me and laughed at how clumsy I was behind my back. I know I saw what I saw, but I also knew I could never convince them otherwise, and me trying to get my thoughts out into words in that state was surely not the best. I ran over and tried to catch it. I saw the hand push it, I slipped and it hit my head and, yeah okay, whatever, creepy girl. Derek interrupted me, glancing at his watch. Listen, I have to go. I already spent way too much time talking to you, and I'm late for my date. So have fun tonight, alright? Watch out for any spooky hands or zombie heads popping out of the toilet, or whatever the hell goes on in that overactive imagination, weird mind of yours. He began fast walking to the exit. Hey! I shouted back, trying to get him to stop, but it was too late. "Oh yeah," he shouted back over his shoulder, "a new shipment of toys for the kids' meals came in, don't forget to unpack those and stock them, alright? Later, creepy girl." Bam. The door slammed. I was standing there alone, everything happened so fast, I felt frustrated, annoyed, embarrassed at how he talked to me and fled before I could even get a good jab back in at him. Arg, I let out an annoyed scream. Sighed. And resolved myself to my fate. Well, Vesa, you prefer to work alone anyway, so I guess we should be thanking Derek for making it a little easier on you in a way. I glanced around and saw the package of toys Derek had mentioned. I walked over, struggled with the tape for a bit, then finally ripped it open and peered inside. I wonder what kind of cheap plastic crap is in here this month. It looked like this month they had a set for boys and a set for girls. The theme was magical creatures. I shook the box and glanced around. I know I shouldn't, but honestly, every now and then I like to snag one of the toys for myself to take home. As revenge for being stuck here by myself again. It was my own small little way of getting back at the place, I guess. I shuffled through the box, my eyes landing on a keychain of a cute little fluffy blue critter with wings. "Aw, cute space wolf," I said, sneaking it into my pocket. "I'll just take this for now. Maybe I'll come back for the purple dragon thing next time they pull this crap on me." Ding. Huh. Ding. Ah. The drive-thru was going off. I quickly threw on my headset, pressing the button to talk with the customer outside. "Gee, good evening. Welcome to Wendy's, what can I dash?" The voice crackled over my headset and jarred me, the last idiot who had used this particular one having the volume up way too loud. "Hey, by the way, creepy girl, stop swiping toys and taking home free food too, or you're gonna get fired." Haha, see ya. Grrrrrr, Derek, listen here you little sh-, but it was too late, the car had already spun off. I threw my headset onto the floor and screamed, kicking the box of toys so it slid across the floor. Stupid freaking Derek. Who does he think he is? Acting like such a hotshot even though he's just the nephew of a freaking Wendy's manager. In the middle of nowhere. Like, holy crap, who cares? If this were any other town or city in the States, you'd be getting laughed at, punk. Just as I had finally gotten all my frustration out and was starting to feel better, and preparing to focus back on work. Ding. Ding ding ding. Huh. The drive-thru is going off again. I stomped back over to the window, picked up my headset and threw it back on. Listen here you little shit. I'll have you know I graduated top of my class at the CIA and I've been involved in numerous operations in Kuwait with over 3,000 confirmed kills.
And -sab mud boy flow a ton coffee.
Ha emote.png.
DP kitrin boy obstructs ID and I neglect potsetto.
That doesn't sound like it was Derek coming back for another insult. Or a normal customer. Haha, sorry, can you please repeat that? I didn't quite catch your order. There was nothing but static. Hello. Again, nothing but static. Oh okay. That was strange. But, haha, hey, these machines are old. And maybe I broke the headset when I threw it on the ground earlier, right? I tried to come up with a logical explanation for the noise to myself. The only way to be sure was to look outside. I gulped. I knew this was a bad idea, but my anxiety was sky high, and I needed to be sure there was nothing, I mean, no one, out there. I slowly reached over, tapping the button to slide open the window. I peered straight out without getting too close. Nothing but a deep, consuming darkness outside. How is it this dark here already? The parking lot had one street light, at least a bit of that should be showing around the corner or something. I gulped. I slowly leaned out and peered around, and saw nothing. No car in either direction. Nothing outside at all. Just pure, black darkness. Oh, so it was nothing after all. Ha. A vaguely humanoid, shadowy form materialized before me. No, wait, was it always there? Had it been standing in the dark this whole time, but I had been unable to perceive it? Well, either way, I could sure as hell perceive it now. I jumped back. Or at least, I tried to. I wanted to jump back. But I was frozen. Now, I've seen a lot of weird stuff here lately, and I had never failed to run away before, so no, this wasn't me panicking that caused the freeze. It was the dark figure. It was exuding some sort of pressure. Like, maybe a psychic power? Either way, I couldn't move my body, so I tried to speak. Welcome to Wendy's, the figure stood motionless. I heard things start to rattle behind me. What would you like to order, tea today? The rattling increased. It sounded like utensils and the cooking supplies were being thrown around behind me, but I couldn't turn my head to look. Sir, I can't really deliver the food to you through the drive-thru if you don't have a car, yeah no? It's like a liability issue or something, so maybe you should come back tomorrow since the dine-in is closed for the night. The thing's eyes turned red. I heard the sound of a box sliding along the floor. Or, yeah no, I can make an exception tonight. Just for you, valuable customer. Would you like to try one of our brand new strawberry frosties? The figure began to quickly vibrate, and a knife flew from behind, hitting the wall just a few inches from me. Yeah. Okay, look, I know the strawberry ones aren't that great. People seem to really like them for some reason, but to me it just looks like the pink slime from McDonald's, so I don't really like them. Would you care for a chocolate instead? I'll upgrade you to a large for free if you dash whoosh. Something else flew by my head. Something purple. The shadow person caught it, and glanced down. It was the purple dragon toy thing. I glanced down. The toy box had slid across the floor and hit the back of my heel. Surprisingly, not much else was out of place, despite all the rattling. I glanced back at the window with a puzzled expression. You just wanted the toy. The shadow thing glanced at me. I think at least, the eyes weren't red anymore, it was just one black mass again. Slowly it repositioned itself to face frontward, and walked slowly until it faded away. I stood there, standing rather dumbfoundedly. Huh. Okay. Well, time to leave for the night, even if it was a good half hour before the shift ends. Peace out. I quickly grabbed my stuff, locked the door behind me, and cautiously started walking back to my car. The light on my phone was out since the battery was low. Maybe the shadow thing's power had drained it somehow, so I didn't have much light to help me see. I made a beeline for the car, when suddenly to the right of me, another shadow figure appeared. It stopped in its tracks. I think it said something, but through the adrenaline and fear I couldn't really tell. You want this, right? Okay fine, I really liked it, but here, take it, just leave me alone. I reached into my pocket and pulled out the blue Space Wolf plushie keychain. Here you go, bastard. Gah. I launched it at the shadow figure and ran the rest of the way back to my car, hoping it had pacified, or at least distracted, the being. I cranked the car and tore out of there without a second look at it, zooming out and heading home. Once back on the road, I sniffled. I didn't get to snag me a free burger. I lost my cool toy to a stupid tall shadow thing. I don't even remember seeing any other ones like it in the box. Maybe it was a special edition or something. I teared up more. I really hate it here. I just wish things could go back to normal.